So we have started with the process of selling all of our sheep. Yesterday we sold all of the sheep belonging to us, and over the next couple of days we're going to try and sell everything that belongs to my mother-in-law. We have a clouded day. Bring gou van daai bossies, Emmanuel, laat ons vir die skaap gooi. We had such a clouded day, and the rain started falling, or drops started falling, not enough to wet the dust, but enough to change the smell of the air. So our sheep gets a snack from our vegetable garden every now and then with the weeds. Our land is basically now finished. It's become a big burden to bring in food for them, and they are still in good condition, so it's a good time to sell them and to let our land rest for a year or two, and maybe plant some tree fodder for them so they can, well, when we, obviously not these ones, but the next ones, that they can have a better grazing system in place when we're ready for it. So, a nice surprise again this morning. The pressure in the pipe is a bit too much. We live at the bottom of a hill, so when the municipality turns the water off sometimes, or we get a water interruption, as soon as that water comes back and we empty the pipes, then it gives a water hammer effect and it just bursts the pipe somewhere in our system. As this is the end of an era, it's going to be a shame not to hear the sheep around the farm anymore. But I really do look forward to the land recovering and being able to plant trees without having to protect them against sheep. Lukina especially everywhere. Just for the next year or two, and then, or three, you know, until things are ready, trees are big enough, and then we can bring some sheep back onto the farm. We decided to rather replace a whole length of pipe, or 50 meters of pipe, rather than put just another joint in that specific area, because we've got quite a lot of joints in there already. So we're gonna buy 50 meters of pipe here. Interesting thing that I don't think you guys know about this car, or the cars that I've recently been driving, is that they don't belong to me. I lended my car to somebody to do a move from the north, and then they came in an accident, and so I've been driving other people's cars now for the last 3 weeks, and this one doesn't start, so we have to push start it every morning. My wife and children became pros at push starting this Mahindra. One day when I'm older, I'm gonna write a book. The title of the book is going to be Allow Your Children to Play with Fire, or Why You Should Allow Your Children to Play with Fire. And I'm sure I'll be able to sell at least one book to my mother, maybe, if I'm lucky. So today we are finished with the pipe, sorry girls, and we're gonna turn all of this into biochar. Danou, jy moet nou daar uitklim. Also need to tell the boys to be careful when they're playing with fire. Turn all of this into biochar in this eye pit, and while we have water here to keep it safe, we are also going to wet some of our other zai pits that we filled with manure, just to get the composting process started. So if somebody told me when I was a child you'll be able to make fires and save the world, I would have grown up a lot faster. The boys were in charge of making the fire bigger, and the girls are in charge of making sure we don't kill the acacia next to it completely. So the acacia next to it is actually one of our invasive species, but for now it's going to serve a purpose. We're gonna burn it, not kill it, obviously. We try not to kill it, but it's going to get hot, and then in 2 weeks time it's going to be green again. But the main idea is the charcoal in the pit is going to serve as a sponge to collect water and fertility, and just to improve the health of the soil for generations to come. So we keep it a bit colder than other people would, But basically what happens is the bottom parts doesn't get any oxygen, they die, and then when the top parts are charred, we spray them as well, forming not the perfect charcoal but good enough to serve the purpose that we can without a kiln. And that then is our purpose, to improve the soil and to turn it green. At the end of day 21, I need 2 more subscribers to get to 1,500. For everybody that has been subscribed, thank you so much. This has been quite a journey. Hopefully when the rain comes, you're gonna see the fruits of our labors and see how we can turn this world green.